For the video, I thought I would just go back to the beginning. This is interview 1. This is when Tammy meets Chris Watts. But, I mean, she laughs so much, I just had to put that bit in and then carry on with the rest of the video, because the video is about this interview and what's going on or what I can see. I'm just going to play the beginning bit. Okay.
One of the things we were talking about is, as we mentioned yesterday, knocking out the polygraph.
Yeah.
Knocking out the polygraph.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that today?
Okay.
Why don't we do that now?
Okay.
We'll get that out of the way when you're done. This is Tammy. Did you meet Tammy yesterday?
No,
okay. This is Tammy.
Hi Chris, how are you?
All right. So then when we're done, we'll figure out our game plan that I was talking about today.
Okay.
Does your dad have availability to use the car if you're going to be here for like an hour or more?
Can you drive?
Oh, he can drive.
Okay.
Yeah. He's,
Can you drive?
oh, he can drive.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I'll go explain to him everything that's going on.
Okay. He will know where to go, but.
Oh, okay. Well, we can.
Well, the house. He knows how to get to the house, but if
Okay.
it's not ready, you can't go. Like 5 o'clock East Coast time, so.
Okay. Why don't we knock this out? Okay. Why don't we knock this out? Okay. Why don't we knock this out?
Okay.
I think it's the best thing to do to move past all of this.
You have this number, so you can call him when you're done.
There's like no signal in this place, so.
As
Oh, yeah.
bad as that. That's why I couldn't talk to you earlier.
Like, yeah, it was.
Between him and me, we'll figure out how to communicate pressing and pressing and get him pressing and get him pressing and get him where he needs.
Going back to this interview that Tammy's just about, well, she's just going to start doing the lie detector test on Chris Watts. But I started noticing things, because now I'm noticing even more. I mean, look at the top of her back here. This doesn't really look right, does it? But then when I was looking at this, I suddenly noticed this and this. This and this on top of that, because that's not right either. You can see through her back sometimes, through the video. Look, it's there, you saw it. You could just see through there, her back. You can see. But anyway, something's not right there, I'm sorry. I don't see why I'm penalised for actually just showing what we're being shown and YouTube are missing it. I mean, just look at the front of her. It's coming back, don't worry. Look at this and this. It's not my fault that they're doing this to us, is it? It's not my fault that other people aren't noticing it. I mean, what is going on there? Does anybody have any ideas about what they think this and this is? And that shadow isn't really, well, I don't know, it sort of moves with her, but there's more going on in the shadow than goes on with her. And there's millions of things I could do in this video, but I'm just going to try and stick to a few things, because otherwise there's just And anyway, it's always really great to see that other people notice things as well, you know, notice other things that I miss. I said I wasn't going to do masses of stuff, I was just going to stick to a few bits, but it's just so hard not to show you. Now, this t-shirt just, and this bit hanging down, and I was trying to see what the bit hanging down was about, and I'm whizzing through and I'm whizzing through, and yeah, you know, I mean, look at how the lines of the, I mean, there's no way those lines and that bit would go in between. It just wouldn't happen like that. What are they wearing? And I was trying to look for this bit down there, you know, the dots on, and oh, it's just, I hope everybody can see what's going on. Anyway, I'm gonna sort of pull out a little bit in a second. Look what is going on in her t-shirt, and the t-shirt sort of comes out to those dots, whatever's happening. Look. Good golly, Miss Molly. Bit of a shame YouTube bots didn't pick this up then, isn't it? I was trying to show you that I thought that something was happening down here, or too much is happening down here, and then it stopped here. I don't know, I looked at that for a moment, and you know who I see right now? Graham. Graham! Anyway, let's play the rest of the video. Golly, Graham. Or whoever plays Graham. Anyway, if you look down there, they're just, I don't know, seems to be a bit too much happening down there. Well, there's too much happening everywhere, to be honest. Weird what happens to her hand there, don't you think? I mean, what's this round here? Things are happening here. Oh golly, I was actually just looking at this piece of footage. It actually stopped there. Who do you see that face on the left? Who does it look like for you? I was looking to see what was going on here. Masses is going on in here, right? Things are moving around. There's just things. Just look at that face. You can see through the face, but look who it is. Graham. It's Graham. Plus you can see through the face. Does the face look in proportion now? You see it like that? Weird. And look at her finger. Anyway. Anyway, I want to go to this bit here. I don't know, this doesn't look right, this doesn't look flat, but anyway, I'm just looking around the desk, going to this bit, yeah. There's stuff going on that, I'm sorry, here. There is a box around the word room 2 for this interview at the bottom of the screen, right? But you can still see through that Chris Watts' arm, his body, his arms. And that happens. Anyway, Chris Watts comes in. Look at all of his arm. Look at it. You can see the desk through him. You can see the desk through his arm, which means that he is not there. Look. Please, I don't want stupid answers. You can see the desk through his arm, which means that that is not there. And I'm going to get penalised again for showing the lies. And then there's something really weird goes on that floor down there. I don't quite know what all that is, but anyway, back again. Look, you can see the desk through his arm. You can see through him. And that nose, his nose disappears, the end of his nose. And I mean, I don't really know what this is, because if you look at it, it looks like a face too. Do you see it there? This bit is especially for YouTube, because YouTube should be utterly alarmed that you can see through Chris Watts' body. You can see through his arm. I mean, look at the shape of that. What is going on there? You can see through him. Don't penalise me. Look at that. Don't penalise me. Penalise those who are showing us the lies. Look at it. You can see through that person. I'm going to play it one more time, a little bit zoomed out. YouTube, look. You can see through Chris Watts. Look, YouTube, you can see through him. Look at that. I'm sorry, but look, YouTube. Look here. The table goes into him. You can see the table through him. Sorry, but you can. And look at that. The table going into his arm. Can't see his face. It's ridiculous. Where's his body? He's disappearing. And where's his face? YouTube! I just wish YouTube would see it. Why don't they see this? Why don't they see what we're being shown with all the bots and everything? And then this thing here is really strange on the wall. Gotta zoom in. I think I just keep zooming in a bit because now look what's happening on the wall, which is what those pictures were showing yesterday. What is that going on there? Come on! And then onto this phone. What it is I suddenly thought, the phone's moved. What it is that I took a few minutes from part 1, and then when it flips, that blue thing comes up. That's part 2. So this is part 1. 2. So his phone's moved. Part 1. There's the slight flicker over. You'll see. His phone's moved. So he puts his phone down. We're in part 1. And of course we can see through his arm. And I mean, what is going on here? I might have to just do another bit now to see what's going on here. Anyway, see, now we're into part 2 and the phone's moved. Part 1, part 2. Part 1, part 2. Part 1, part 2. Part 1 and 2. 1, 2. So again, when they stopped the filming, they moved the phone. There you go. I mean, when you zoom in, there's no clarity at all. I mean, whatever that is now is, well, except you can see a face, but it's no, well, anyway. But that just, to me, is a clouding going over this phone. Clouding here, if anybody can see that. Ooh, what's that? It's amazing when you zoom in. So I've already done that bit. It's because that's part 1 and part 2, and then they've just look on that phone. Do you see that? Here, and it almost looks like you can see through the phone anyway. Ooh. Wonder what that is then. As they've shown us so much, right? Why is this masked out then? Why mask it out? Anyway, I've zoomed in, I'm going back. Might have to move it a tiny bit. so we can get it in to the right position. Right. We're on that mat now. It's amazing that you can, even if it's a bit blurry, you can zoom right into that, but you can't see who Tammy is. Right. So. Well, it may not come through when it goes on the video, but there's faces here. There's some faces, but it's part of one there. It's very, very slight. I suppose you're either going to see it or you're not going to see it. But I mean, just look at that phone change. You think it's black, don't you? Nothing's happening. But there is something happening. Does that really look like it's there? Oh, hang on. What's this here? Let's go back. Zoom out a little bit, it's a little bit close now for us to see. Zoom out a little bit more now. Let's get across here a little bit. Right. And just so that you know that I've noticed, it's part of the lie detector test. Look who she looks like now. Patrick Frazie's girlfriend. Anyway, we get it like this in this view here, where you can see it's got depth, and to here it's just that. But it's actually part of the lie detector test. So weird, this video, the whole thing is just absolutely weird. Oh, I don't know what to make of it all. And you look at it. Sure, there's things moving around in there. I still think that's something there. You think this is one continuous interview, but it's not. That phone's changed. Do you get my drift? Do you get my drift? In fact, the first part, the black stuff in it, is more in focus than the second part. The second part is slightly more out of focus. What a weird crime scene this is. I'm just trying to show a perspective here, and I do understand that that table is the other way round to sort of how they're trying to show the version of Tammy on the left. But I just drew some lines to try and show, you know, I mean the picture on the right might not be right. When you look at this one, you can just still see it's so in proportion. But this one, it's just so different. It's just angled so differently. Everybody knows this that's watching this. I know the other wall isn't in here yet to show you, but everything points the complete opposite way to this one. And I know they're reversed, but if you understand, all these should be, I just, the angles. I mean, look at this here. Yeah, the clock's straight. It's all really weird. It's like that table goes up. Anyway, hopefully everybody gets the drift. But with just a bit more, there you go, disappears into the computer. Anyway, when you watch this footage, you can see Chris Watts disappear. She morphs into the computer. And then it goes like that. Anyway, we're finishing on her hand, the left one. Does that look like a hand? Hands aren't really like that, are they? Anyway, what do you think then of the whole video?